Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 game, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 3 game, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that joke was crazy, man. Jeff was like, it's a squash. It's a squash, man. It's a squash. Dude was like, yeah, man, we good, man. Just don't put my name in your mouth no more, man. Period, man. He was like, Jeff ain't even say yeah or nay. He ain't say nothing. He was like, dude, leave out. I'm like, I said, man, listen, man. Let me explain something to you, Jeff. Don't ever involve me in none of this BS y'all got going on, man. I said, man, better yet, man. I said, man, I'm about to try to move, Jeff, man. You got too much stuff going on. He was like, man, listen, this don't got nothing to do with you, Weezy. All I'm saying is, man, that man did that stuff, man. That man did. I said, man, what do you accomplish by just putting this man business out there like this, though? I said, like, what is the goal? What is this gonna do for you? He was like, it ain't gonna do nothing for me. He said, man, but all I'm saying is that, you know, he's a liar. I know he a liar. I'm like, man, all right, man. I just let it be, y'all. Like, I felt like it was nothing else for me to tell my roommate. Just like Baldhead told me, man, that man was stuck in his ways, man. And he really thought he was right in this predicament right here. He really thought he was right in this situation. How? You're not right in this situation, man. You have no proof. You have nothing. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, if I go to tell somebody that they shake wild in the room, like a rumor about it, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell my homeboy. Like, I'm gonna hope he don't say nothing, because I don't have time to be going back and forth like Jeff got going on. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell a trustworthy individual that's not gonna put me in the middle of this stuff. And Jeff didn't do that. Jeff told just random people, and that was a big mess up. That was a big idiot move, to be honest with y'all, man. So like, I didn't understand none of this stuff. You know what I mean? But this is what's going on. Now the dude Rollo, now that he came in the room and I had got a good look at him, the man did have some size on him. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, he was one of them dudes that just had a big stomach. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't really like a real fat dude, but he had a big stomach. But his shoulders and his arms, they was solid, man. That man was like a Kimbo Slice on steroids. That's my word. So like, I had seen it. So Jeff got to deal with that though at the end of the day, because if something go down, that's gonna be on Jeff. So I ain't say nothing to him no more about it, man. Like I say, that joint was over with. Man. So we came back out. So we ended up coming back out. We go back out in the pod. You know what I mean? He out there doing things Jeff do, cleaning up, minding his business. But like I say, the lady was working this whole time. So people was talking about this, man. Like, that's what gossip do. That's what gossip does, man. Like, that's what happens when you gossip. Like, it spreads like wildfire. Like, people was talking about it, and I don't know who exactly was talking about it, but I'm pretty sure that it was getting around the pod, that they had a situation going on there. And the little dude that was in the joint, he probably was telling everybody, like, yeah, Jeff told us that he did this and he did that. And like, that's how a lot of people was finding out, probably about the information. But at the end of the day though, man, like, Jeff was acting like it wasn't nothing. That's how Jeff was acting, man. Jeff was acting like it wasn't nothing, like nothing, period. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, because when we got locked down, you know what I mean, by the count. So the lady do a count. When she walked by our door, she hit one of these jumps. That's my word. She like, Jeff, come see me after count in the hallway. He was like, what's up? He called her name. He was like, what's up? Everything okay? She was like, yeah. Come, make sure you come see me after count. You know what I mean? So he was like, he was super happy. He did one of them smiles. He was like, she leave. She walked by. He turned around. He was like, I told you she rocked me like that. I told you, Weezy. I was like, bro, listen. I said, what if she asks you about what's going on in the pod? Do you think she gonna ask you about that? Do you think that's gonna be the question? I was like, because she ain't never walked by the door and said that before. I said, what if she about ask you about that? I said, what do you want to say? He was like, he sat down in his bed. He was like, he grabbed his cup of coffee. He said, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I said, you gonna tell the truth? I said, no, don't do that. I said, dude just came over here and squashed the jump with you, man. I said, unless you're trying to fight. I said, if you're trying to fight, y'all not fighting in here. I'm letting you know now. You're not gonna fight in here, man. I said, I know you've been in this room, but y'all not messing up my stuff because you fighting, man. It's not gonna happen, man. You know what I mean? He was like, ain't nobody gonna fight, Weezy. Ain't nobody fighting, man. I said, man, well, you gonna tell the lady that the man was messing with boys, man? He was like, if she asked me, man, I mean, what you want me to do, Weezy? I know the lady, we cool. She like my little sister, Weezy. I'm like your little sister? I'm like, man, all right, man. You right, Jeff, man. I said, man, but look, though, I'm going in and tell that lady that, man. I said, just spin her, man. Like, she's a CEO, bro. Like, yeah, just spin her. He was like, man, you know, me and her cool, man. She ain't gonna ask me that. She wanna talk to me about something else. Dang, what she wanna talk to me about, Weezy. I was like, man, listen, what if she does, though, man? Like, what are you gonna say, Jeff? You gonna really tell the truth? He was like, I reckon I might. I said, man, I already knew he was gonna do it when he said, I reckon. That man said, I reckon I might. I said, man, this man, a maniac, y'all. So boom. It's his life. He gotta go through this stuff and deal with this freaking Kimbo Slice on steroids. This is what he gonna have to do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let him take his journey, because this is what it is, man. So he's sitting on the bed on cloud nine that the lady told him to come holler at him. I already know what the lady gonna holler at him about. Now, I could have been wrong, but I already knew, man. Like, I've been doing time. Like, I already know the count. The lady done caught the rumor. A lot of times this will happen, though. Let me say this before I continue. Like, a lot of times you will have somebody that might have did shake, rattle, and roll, and now they on a place like Lawrenceville. Now they want to holler at women. They want to go back straight. A lot of times when that'll happen, because it didn't happen a lot of times that I witnessed, but the times that I did witness, man, I felt like the CEO didn't really care that they heard that rumor. The CEO looked at it like it was a rumor. They looked at it like, oh, he's not shake, rattling, and rolling now. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, a lot of women that work in penitentiaries, they'll deal with a dude that shake, rattle, and roll before. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, maybe a shortage on dudes out there, man. Or maybe they just like dealing with psychos, y'all. So boom. Don't get me to tell it, man. I don't know why that they choose to do this, but they'll find out the information. I have seen dudes personally stand on it, not like how Jeff doing. I have seen dudes personally have witnesses and everything. Yo, dude rock and roll. He shake, rattle, like dude shake, rattle, and roll. Period. The CEO don't even care. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is how this lady gonna act in this situation with Jeff and the dude Rollo. I don't know. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, though, man, like it's gotta happen, man. So count clear, we all come out. You know what I mean? As soon as count clear, he dip out immediately. He gone. He was out. I go to the door and look. I just see his shirt going through the front door. I'm like, idiot, man. So I just came out, stood on the railing. You know what I mean? I'm just taking it. I'm just looking around. You know what I mean? I'm not even thinking about that madness. You know what I mean? Because he got to deal with that. That's his life. He got to deal with putting somebody's business out there, or lying on somebody, or gossiping on somebody, however you want to call it. This is the stuff that he's gonna have to deal with, man. So, you know, he went out that joint ASAP, and I'm just standing in the joint. So my man Rob called me downstairs. He's like, hey, Weezy. I'm like, what's up? Called me downstairs. He's like, what's up? What you got going on? I'm like, I'm chilling. I'm like, man, my celly ass. I was like, man, my celly in the way. I'm sorry, y'all, man. This joint was just crazy, man, because my celly was in the way. I'll be honest with y'all, man. I was like, man, my celly in the way, man. He was like, what happened? I was like, man. He was like, oh, you talking about the dude Rollo came over here? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, you lucky Rollo ain't got down. He was like, man, you lucky Rollo ain't the squirrel, man. He was like, man, Rollo a maniac. I was like, man, he looked like Kimbo Slice on steroids. He was like, man, but you know that man trying to do better though. He was like, that man was in the mountains, man. That man went from Augusta to Red Onion, man, down to Lawrenceville. So he was like, man, ain't nobody really trying to mess that up. You know what I mean? So he was like, man, that man trying to move better. So he was like, that's probably why he spared your roommate for telling that lie on him. I was like, man, this joke crazy. And I was like, my roommate got a lot going on, man. I was like, this joke just, like, for real, bro, I was like, I don't even want to be in the cell with him no more, man. I was like, I didn't know he was like that, man. He was like, man, I mean, Rollo, all right, but, you know, like, he's stuck in his ways, man. I keep hearing that, man. You know what I mean? I'm starting to see that he really is. He really one of them old dudes that just stuck in his way, man. Like, his way or the highway. And, like, the way he think and the way he's, like coming about things is, like, a little, like, childish, a little bit, like, juvenile. Like, he's not thinking like a full-grown man. This man is 50s. And he's moving like a dude in his early 20s, y'all. Like, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? But let him take his walk, like I told y'all, man. So we stayed in the office for a while. Me and Rob stayed down there kicking it. While me and Rob was down there kicking it, I had went on and told Rob, I'm like, yo, bro, look, say what the CEO called him in the jank. I was like, I don't know what they talking about, though. You know what I mean? He was like, for real. I was like, he was like, I mean, she be talking to him, though. He was like, she be talking to him, too, though. You know what I mean? He was like, but the dude, Rollo, got her, though. Like, everybody know that. So I'm like, I don't know what this is about. You know what I mean? It's probably about 30 minutes later. I promise you, about 30 minutes later, he come walking back in like this. He go up the steps. Hey, CO! CO open the door. He go in the cell. I'm downstairs, me and Rob, like, I ain't say nothing, you know what I mean? They said, stand by for child. Stand by for child. Y'all gonna stand by for child. Stand by for child. I go up the steps. I go in the cell. He put the stuff on. He like, turn around. He like, he got a serious face when he turn around. He like, I'm like, watch out, skinny, man. Grab my stuff. Watch out. Grab my stuff. I'm like, what's up? Everything good? He was like, yeah, everything good. I said, what'd she say? He said, He did a little smirk, I promise you. He said, He was right. I was like, I was right. Oh, I said, she asked you about the situation? He was like, I said, what'd she say, man? What exactly did she say, Jeff, man? He was like, I mean, she just said, is the rumor true? Because everybody's saying I started the rumor. So is it true? Because she know me. She know I ain't gonna lie. So she just asked me, was the rumor true? I was like, well, what did you say? He was like, took the shirt and he said, I told her yeah. I said, man, you told her yeah, man. He was like, I said, why though, Jeff, man? He was like, cause, man, I'm just not a good liar. Just not a good liar, Weezy. I told you, man, me and her cool. Me and her cool. I said, man, so your whole goal was to just ruin this man? Like, that's how you gonna get cooler with the lady, by ruining somebody else? I said, that's not gangster right there, Jeff, man. I said, man, you older than everybody and you supposed to know that, man. You don't ruin somebody else to freaking get you in the car, man. He was like, I ain't ruining him. I'm just telling you the truth. I said, man, what you think? She ain't gonna say nothing to him? He said, nah, I told her to put a word on it. And she ain't gonna say nothing. She put a word. I said, bro, you told the dudes downstairs. They put their word on it, bro, and they went back and told ASAP, bro. He was like, she ain't gonna do it, though. She ain't gonna do it, though. I was like, all right, man. I left the joint alone. We go to chow. I look. I see Rollo at the table talking to a dude. His face is like this, though. He like this. And you can tell whoever's talking to him, they got their back to me. He's looking them right in their eyes, and you can tell that they just kind of like talking to him, hyping him up. Yeah, you want to go over there and destroy him. Go over there and destroy this dude. That's the only thing. Because you can tell he was like this. He was like, that man was looking like a boxer before the match, y'all. So boom. That man was getting hyped up. You hear me? He was getting pumped up. 2 balls. He was like, everybody leave out. We all leave out. You know what I mean? Go back to the building. We go back to the building. I stayed right there on the brick wall. I ain't go nowhere. I was right there. Looking around. Me and the dude Rob, we super nosy. Both of us move like this. My roommate come back in. So when my roommate come back in, the slide was about to close. Boom. Probably about 2 seconds later, the slide was back up. I look up, my celly going up the steps. I see big dude coming in. Rollo coming in. The dude that was at the table with him coming in. You know what I mean? Now they got a good window. Right now, it's a great window. The lady working, and on top of that, they can stay in the block until it's outside rent because we just came from lunch. So they can come in that joint at 229. This one, dudes usually with 229. Dudes are 229 knowing that they have an escape route. An escape route is outside rec, chow hall, and I'm talking about 229 in the building. And when I say 229 for the people that's new to this channel, I'm talking about sneaking in another pod, being in an unauthorized area. That's what 229 is. So like, dudes would do that knowing that they have an escape route. Escape route is outside rec. Escape route is freaking chow hall. Like, that's the escape route. You don't want a 229 with no outside rec or no chow hall coming up because you're going to be stuck. So, like, at the end of the day, the window was beautiful when they got coming in. So, they come in the joint. Dude come in the joint. This is my word. I see him talk to somebody else. I looked straight at my roommate. I was like, yo, look, man. Get that shit away from this motherfucking cell. I said, I know you've been in this cell first. So, I was like, man, you and dude. He was like, no, I'm just going to holler at him. I'm just going to holler at him, man. I'm just gonna holler at him for a minute. So the dude Rob was like, I know the dude. Rob was telling me already that he knew the dude Rollo. You know what I mean? So the dude Rob had a sweet cell. His cell was in the back of the cut. You know what I mean? So he already told me he did with Rollo. So when the dude Rollo came in, he was talking to a couple of dudes, and I already knew that he already kind of respected me slightly. Not like on some like he couldn't whoop my ass. I'm not saying he couldn't, but I'm just saying like he kind of respected me a little bit by not doing nothing that day in the cell. I felt like because he did that, like the man had a little bit of respect, but still though, nothing still was going on in my cell. And I think he knew that as well. So As me and Rob standing over there, the dude Rollo called him. Dude Rollo called him over there. He called him over there. Rob come back. He was like, hey, that man is asking to use my cell to talk to your roommate. I'm like, man, shit, I'm staying in my damn cell. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care, bro. He was like, that's a lot. That's a lot. Rob went down there and told his roommate, hey, look, move the shit out the way. Rob moved the shit out the way. I asked what been waiting to happen. I know it was. Goddamn, my roommate come down the steps, dumb as hell. He oblivious to everything. He come down the steps. He like, he looked, seen Rollo. Rollo was like, hey, come here, man. Come here, man. He was like, all right, look, let's talk about it. He was like, nah, we're gonna talk in here. He was like, all right, let's talk then. My roommate went in the motherfucking cell. I'm like, yo, the fuck is this nigga doing, man? I promise you. He was like, man, what the fuck? I told you to keep my fucking name out your mouth. Didn't I tell you? That's all you heard. I couldn't see. He was like, man, didn't I fucking tell you? Keep my name out your mouth. Didn't I tell you that? My roommate was like, yeah, but this one. All right. All right, man, you got nigga, bitch ass nigga. I'm like, oh shit. I'm listening to that shit. I'm like, everybody in the park quiet as a bitch. Just listening to my roommate get his ass whooped. I know that was my roommate getting his ass whooped. I was like, there's no way in the world Jeff is doing that right there. He's too fucking old to move that swift. I was hearing them punches land. All those punches that was being thrown, them shit sounded just like that, y'all. Man, he was beating my roommate ass. I walked over the jump, found him. I walked over the jump. My roommate a little taller than him. So he got my roommate like in a headlock, kind of like standing by the toilet. My roommate trying, all right, man, he like this. Boom, boom, boom. Like on the third jump, boom. He up my roommate. My roommate come on like this. Boom, hit the door, hit the wall, boom. Then hit the floor. Boom. I said, oh, shit. He was like, oh. He was like, man, keep my name out your mouth. I ain't gonna tell you no more. You hear me? You hear me? He kicked my roommate in his stomach. I was like, oh. He was like, man, you better stop, man. He was like, yeah, say my name again. Say he was just circling my roommate like a maniac. He was like, say my name again. Yeah. Say it. Say it. I was like, all right, man, all right, bro. I said, you done him dirty, bro. I said, he said, man, tell him, man. Tell him to keep my name out of his mouth. I said, bro, look, you done did him dirty. I'm not stopping you, but it's a wrap. He's done. He was like, he kicked my roommate again from the road. I was like, oh, crazy, man. He was like, yeah. My roommate was on the ground like, my roommate had an old head face. He was like, that's worried. He get up, be like, his cheek messed up right there. He swole up over here. His little bleeding over here. He like, he back up, dude. Like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you no more. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you. That's your last time. That's your last time. That's your last time. I ain't gonna tell you no more, man. Keep my name out your mouth, man. Yeah, you got the lady knowing you went in and told the lady, man. I was like, this dude was way, man. The roommate was like, what do you wanted me to do, man? I told the truth, man. I told the truth. I was looking at him like, man, you don't have no freaking proof, man. So boom. I said, man, just go in the cell, man. He was like, word, my roommate walked out in front of everybody like this. He was like, he was holding his back, his shoulder. He was like, he went up the steps like this. He was like, that man went in the cell. I was like, everybody came out like, everybody was walking by the cell like, yo, that junk crazy, man. Dude, Ronald was stunned out part. He was standing by the slide, over there by the brick wall. He was like, man, I don't play, man. You better tell him, man, keep my name out of his mouth, man. You better tell him, man. Matter of fact. So I'm coming down this side. So I had to shoot up the steps this way because he did this way to go up the steps trying to get in my cell. So I'm like, I had to take a long way. So I see him going. So he hit the steps. He went up the stairs fast like bad dudes. He was like, I can't run the other way. I was like, so he beat me to the jump. So by the time he get to the door, he was like, he see me. He was like, no, I ain't gonna do nothing to him. He opened the door. But I was like, oh, man, y'all chill out, man. Don't make no scene. Let the police see you, man. So I get to the sound like, yo, Jeff was like in the mirror. Jeff was like, he turned around, dude was like, yo, look, man, you gonna stop talking about me. You gonna stop saying that stuff, right? That's what you gonna do. That's what you gonna do. And you gonna tell that lady that's a lie, right? He was like, man, you know, the lady talking about cutting me off behind this, man. She's talking about cutting me off behind him, man, because he lied on me, man. Like, I felt this pain on that, man. I felt this pain on that joint. Y'all ain't gonna lie, man. He was like, so what you gonna do, man? Jeff was like, he was like, man, listen, man. keep my name out your mouth, Unc. I'm not gonna tell you no more, man. I ain't gonna tell you, that's my last time. I'm telling you, man. Jeff was like, if she say something to me, I'ma still tell the truth. He tried to get in my roommate. I was like, yo, chill, man. Oh, chill, bro. I had to grab Big Kim slice. Chill, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill. He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, you can't hide and say it. I was like, bro, chill out, man. Chill, man. He was like, man, matter of fact, that man left out the pie, y'all. So boom. That man went down the steps like a psycho. He looked mad. Shot out the door. I'm saying in my head like, man, look. I said, yo, listen, man. Y'all not fighting in the cell, man. Get out the cell, man. Get out the cell. He smelled patching myself up, Weezy. I said, man, you a cold piece, man. I was like, man, you out of control, man. What you got going on, man? He was like, he mad because he think it's gossip. And I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. It ain't gossip. If I'm telling the truth, Weezy. I said, man, listen. You done got your ass whooped behind this shit. You still telling me you sticking to your story, Jeff, man? He was like, next thing you know, Dr. Scary, I'm like, I thought it was Rollo again. That man took, man, I'm so tired. I ain't fought in a minute. Man, holding that man back, man, that junk got me super tired. I turn around, it's Rob. Rob like, hey, man. Hey, look, Unc, man, you need to stop all that BS, Unc, man. You around here spreading rumors, lying on people, man. You need to stop that, Unc, man. He was like, man, I ain't lying about nothing. What I gotta lie about? I ain't got no reason to lie on nobody. Yeah, that's him. I ain't got no reason to lie. What I'm gonna lie for? I ain't got no reason to lie. That man's a shit violent roller. I'm like, man. Even after the ass whooping, this man still talking that shit, y'all. So boom. That dude Rollo ran out the bar. That nigga looked so fucking angry when he left. He got looked so fucking angry when he left. I'm talking about that man looked like a psycho. He leave out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, that shit wild as a bitch. I'm like, this shit wild as a bitch. So, goddamn, niggas was just waiting for Rat to come back. Niggas just was waiting, goddamn. They were like, damn, that shit crazy, man. My son get himself together. Like I said, shit kind of fucked up. I'm like, man, your ass going to hold Jeff, man. He was like, I ain't going to no motherfucking hole, man. I ain't going to child home. Fuck this shit, man. I was like, man, so look, man. Like, what the fuck? You just think you just gonna keep fighting this maniac, man? I said, man, that maniac gonna keep fighting you, man. That nigga ain't gonna keep fighting you, man. He was like, man, fuck this shit, man. Fuck that shit, man. He was like, everybody look, see the door open up, lady coming in the joint. She coming in the joint, she pulls up at the brick wall. She's at the brick wall. A couple of dudes come up, say something to her. She's standing at the brick wall. I look up, my roommate, he spotted her. He come down the steps, bruised and everything. He like, he walk up, he start talking to the lady like this. I said, I read the lady reaction. She like, she already know what's going on. No, Lawrenceville's so bootleg. She know the count. She like, he on the joint. He like, look like a freaking maniac. Oh yeah, he got his hand on the joint. She talking to him. I'm like, this dude just ain't gonna give up, man. I'm saying that Rob pull up Rob like, man, that junk crazy, man. He was like, man, your roommate is a psychopath, man. He was like, don't tell him nothing, though. He was like, man, Rollo said he gonna get that knife. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. I was like, what? What's that for? What do you mean? He gonna get a knife? He ain't gotta get no knife. He just beat my silly ass again. He was like, no. The ass whooping ain't doing the trick either, man. He come from where you put that knife on motherfuckers, man. I'm like, man, I come from that too, but I still won't doing that shit. I'm trying to get to Lawrenceville, y'all, so boom. I couldn't act like that on Sussex too, man. I was praying that it didn't get to that a lot of times, that I ain't had to use that knife game, man. Thank God that wasn't my MO, man. I'm a hustler, not a fighter. That's what I am, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But I do this too, though, man. But my roommate is running out of chances. He's into it with a dude that been on the mountains that is not gonna put up with this stuff. You know what I mean? Now, the whole time this was going on, even with Rob saying what he said, I was praying and hope that wasn't the situation, because I already know we going on lockdown. There's going to be a whole lot of BS. At the end of the day, the only plus sign about this is that I'm going to be able to get rid of my roommate, man. And, like, I know that sounds messed up and dirty, but, like, I was tired of him, man. Like, I was in the cell with a dude that just, like, his beliefs on things was just out of control. You know what I mean? Like, it was just out of control, man. So, like, I was hoping, like, you know, whatever happens out of this, hopefully he can come out of this junk not really damaged too crazy and just get out and go to the hole, man, because I was tired of really looking at his face. But at the end of the day, though, nobody was going to be able to talk Rollo out on what he already knew he was going to do. You know what I mean? The man is being disrespected to the utmost, to the freaking utmost, man. Like, I didn't freaking understand what was going on. So, next thing you know, After all that happened, now we gonna stand by for dinner. So now we gonna stand by for dinner, man. So sometimes dudes are 229 immediately from wreck and staying the joint all the way until dinner. So it'd be a long 229. You done snuck in another part. Man, I promise you, man, the doors open back up. You see Rollo coming back through the joint. This time Rollo coming back through the joint. Like I told y'all, it's still like, it's like, I want to say it's the end of September. Like night wreck about to be over with. The 3 times a day about to be over with because it's over in the fall. But like, you seeing dude come out. You seen Rollo come out. Rollo got the sweatshirt on. That sweatshirt like it was goddamn painted on his ass. You hear me? That sweatshirt was tight as a bitch. And he got on the little fucking gym shorts. You know what I mean? He got his tennis shoes tied tight. He come in and jump like this. He like, just hit the brick wall. You see the dude, you know him, come talk to him, stood beside him. He just locked in on my celly. My celly standing right there on the other side of the bar. You know what I mean? Dude Rollo just locked in on him. Like, the dude talking to him, but Rollo ain't saying nothing to the dude. He just locked in on my roommate. He like, start walking. As he start walking, you see my roommate like this. My roommate was like, my roommate saying it at first. My roommate was like, my roommate turned around like this. Rollo was like, hey, come here, man. You know how to try quick. My roommate was like, go on here, Rollo, man. He was like, no, let me holler at you right quick. Let me holler at you right quick. That man got behind my damn roommate, man. This is my word. I ain't know Jeff ass can move like that. Jeff was like this. Jeff went this way. It was a dead end. There was nowhere for him to go except 2 cells that was open. The jump next to the handicap and the handicap. Man, it looked like he was about to run in the handicap. And I swear to God, Jeff hit that nigga with a Barry Sanders. Jeff was like, he spun and went that way. Dude was like, then you know he a little big dude. When he went that way, my roommate came around, grabbed the staircase. Instead of him going up the steps like this, that nigga went up the steps like this. Man, he got up them steps fast as a bitch. Before you know that nigga was back by the showers. He was like, that nigga, the big nigga got there. Rollo was like, bring your ass down, motherfucker. Bring your ass down for the motherfucking steps. Right motherfucking there. Bring your ass down, this motherfucker. Yeah, bring your ass down. My roommate was like, I ain't going down. He's like, I'm gonna come up then. He came up. I was like, what the fuck my roommate gonna do now? I said, this nigga is not, man, this nigga's in his 50s. I didn't know he was gonna fucking do this, but when a nigga has a knife down on your ass, man, there ain't a whole lot for you to do. I swear to God, the nigga Rollo went up the steps this way. Goddamn, my roommate by the shower was in the middle part. So now he see him coming up, he trying to maneuver. He got down, about to get ready to go down to this side of the steps. The nigga Rollo fake jump back this way. My roommate playing ring around the rosy with the nigga. He playing ring around the rosy with the nigga, man, because the position he's in, he can hit either step. You just gotta be fast enough, man. So the nigga Rollo was like, man, that nigga got up the steps, boom, 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 boom. He got up the steps. He chased my roommate. Man, my roommate went this way, faked it, went the other way. I was like, oh shit. Man, he faked the nigga out. Nigga Rollo was like, I'm unalive, you bitch. Yeah, motherfucker, you can't run, motherfucker, forever. My roommate was like, motherfucker, you gay. Yeah, you trying to be mad at me, bitch? Fuck you. Fuck you. So I didn't know this shit ain't. This is crazy. There's no turning around or turning back from this situation right here. I'm just looking like this shit. Oh shit. Me and Rob leaving this shit like this shit crazy as a motherfucker. That nigga was chasing my roommate. So that nigga was standing there tired. And I don't know why I did it, man. I promise you, I do not know why this happened, man. It just fucking happened out of nowhere as he's standing there, man. I promise you, man. And goddamn, the nigga looked like he was super duper tired. I just was like, I gave him a crazy scan. Man, it's pass. I was like, oh shit. So my roommate was telling the truth, y'all, so boom. It's too late for that now. None of that shit mattered. I was happy my scanner worked, don't get me wrong. I was like, damn. My roommate was telling the truth. This is my word. Goddamn, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. Goddamn, my roommate that went this way. And when he tried to run back down the steps, there was a nigga down there, and he grabbed my roommate's arm, and that slowed my roommate down a little. My roommate tried to snatch away from the nigga as he was going up the steps, and it made him lose his balance, and he slipped. So the dude, Rollo, coming down this way, about to come down the steps. He coming down the steps like a psycho. He was like, do. My roommate got up fast as hell as my roommate was getting up. The slider door opened up. When I looked, I seen the lady in the booth. She watching the whole shit, so she the one open the slider. Man, she saved my roommate ass. She opened the slider up. My roommate run out the door. And nigga Rollo run to the door with the knife and everything. So goddamn, the nigga get out, she closed the door. Boom, the door closed. So he standing at the door, he like. So niggas looking out the window, niggas like, yo, the police coming down this bitch. Nigga Rollo got rid of the knife. Nigga got rid of that junk, this is my word. Nigga got rid of that bitch. He gave it to one of his homeboys. They police come in that motherfucker. This is my word. They come in that bitch. Arrest. They come in that bitch. Handcuff him immediately. They handcuff him immediately, man. They handcuffed that nigga immediately, man. They got his ass about that bitch ASAP, man. And the lady told every fucking thing that it was a knife and all type of shit. He was chasing my roommate, all type of man. And she told her it was fighting and they was chasing. That's what she told. Man, I promise you, man. The first people came in that motherfucker and packed my roommate shit up. You know what I mean? Because he went to the fucking hole. Because the lady said they was fighting, which they wasn't fighting. They fought the first time, but they didn't fight the second time. She said they was fighting, so they came and packed him up. You know what I mean? Then they kept us on lockdown. Man, them people came through, kept our part on lockdown, the only part on lockdown, because they said that jump shook us down, man. It took them 3 days, man. They shook us down. They found a fucking knife. They found a knife. His homeboy had it. I don't know why he didn't get rid of this shit. His homeboy get knocked with a knife. You know what I mean? Now, the nigga Rollo is going back to the mountains off. The lady said she seen him with a motherfucking knife. So he got transferred, man. Like, the shit just went all bad. The only person that came out to the good with that shit was my roommate, Jeff. When he got out, they didn't put him back in 61 pod, which I was happy. He went in 62 pod, man. You know what I mean? He went in 62 pod, man. But, like, when I had seen Jeff again after all that shit, because he got away with his life, dude was trying to unalive his ass, man. When I seen Jeff after that shit, man, Jeff was like, man, that motherfucker gay. He stuck to his story. And I knew he was telling the truth because my scanner told the truth. So that shit was wild. That joke was wild, man. Like, Jeff came back. Jeff got his ass. That shit was wild, man. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Jeff made it out the joke, man. But it was wild to see bro go out like that, though, man. But there's always a nigga that'll gossip on you. There's always a nigga that'll tell your business. And you can't trust nobody in there, man. That's just what it all boils down to, man. And a lot of dudes that did shit in the dock and other prisons, it always come out. You can't hide that shit. There's always somebody that know you, man. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, man. So that was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching another one, man. Y'all already know the count, man. Stay y'all ass out the way, man. People need you out here, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was the Thursday Bangle. This is what I y'all do this one. I should subscribe. Y'all, let's get it. Let's go. But be safe out there, people. And stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.